How do you move on in a positive direction after losing a championship game? As we just saw in the NCAA tournament, losing a championship game is really hurtful. You know, as you saw in the NCAA tournament, there were many teams that really was a painful loss no matter what round, but I think it's even more painful in the championship round. Hi, this is Coach Jim Johnson, and I was fortunate enough to coach 6 championship teams, but we also had some losses in the championship game. And I do believe if you handle it in a positive way, you can really springboard your team in the future. And here are some suggestions on how you can work after that championship game with your team. Number 1 is show appreciation for them. After the game, you don't want to come in and degrade them or get after them because maybe they didn't play to their potential or whatever. You just want to share how much you appreciated working with them and tell them and show that you care. As the old adage, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I think it's such a powerful thing. Point number 2 is that you need to get feedback from your team. Maybe not that night, but certainly soon after. And ask them things like, what do you think they did well in the game? What do we need to do better as we move forward? And just get as much feedback from the players that will help you in getting prepared for the next season in building another championship team. Point number 3 is you got to come up with assessment yourself. And to do that, you certainly get feedback from your team, your coaching staff, and the other thing is you need to evaluate the film. The film doesn't lie, and then you've got to share that feedback with your players of what you learned and what we can do to improve in the future. The 4th point is make sure that even when you don't win a championship, that you celebrate the successes. I know one of the things we always did, we had a great banquet at the end of the season, and we would always highlight the successes and really make sure that you're doing that even though you end on a tough note. And then point number 5 is certainly use it as motivation. There's no greater motivation than losing when you're so close to winning a championship. So put reminders, share in notes with the players. If they're not working as hard in the off season, remind them, hey, we're only a little bit away from being a champion. Are you willing to put the extra time in to become a champion for the next season? So it's a really powerful motivator if used in the proper way. So remember, as we go through these, that the 5 points were show your appreciation, especially immediately after the game. Number 2 is get feedback from your team and your staff. Number 3, then you got to assess the situation after your feedback and certainly evaluate the film and then share it with your players and assistant coaches. 4, remember to celebrate the successes. Having a positive banquet after the season is a great way to do that. And number 5 is used as a motivator. To me, it's one of the greatest motivators when you get so close and remind them in a subtle way that if we work just a little bit harder, we can be champions the next season. So take some of these ideas. We're always looking for input from you. And until we meet again, have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if my team or myself can ever help you, reach out to my website, CoachJimJohnson.com. We're here for you. Thank you.